If you have trouble or pain when you walk or run, or you can't enjoy your favorite activities like you once did, there is hope. Elite Foot and Ankle Associates treats everything below the knee and likely have treatment options for you. With me now is Dr. Trevor Haynes. Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so you and I talk frequently, and every time I learn something new.
Sure.
So today we're talking about fat pad loss in the foot.
Correct.
I've not heard of that before.
Sure.
So tell us what it is.
Yeah, so there's a lot of articles, studies out there that show from the age of even 30 and beyond, and at the age of 30 and after, you start to lose a lot of the padding and the fat on the bottom of your feet, which can lead to a lot of other problems. I mean, we use our feet every day, so you lose that protective shock absorber, you start to develop pain.
Okay, so we're kind of talking about the area like on the ball of our foot or something?
Ball of your foot or heel. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So what kind of pain do people describe with fat pad loss?
A lot of times they'll feel like they're walking on a pebble, or they feel like it's a deep bone bruise, something really, in that area. Most of the time in the ball of the foot, it's kind of underneath that second toe, or back in the heel, which sometimes they'll think is plantar fasciitis, but sometimes the pain is actually different when it's between the two.
Okay, so is that how a person kind of differentiates a different kind of pain than plantar fasciitis?
Yeah, it's going to be different, but obviously I would say go see your podiatrist and have it properly diagnosed. But yes, they would be different types of pain.
Okay. What is Liposana fat pad restoration? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, it's Liposana.
Okay.
Yep. It's actually an adipose allograft, so it's a graft that comes from another tissue, right? And it's a fatty graft. And what we do is we inject it into those problematic areas in order to put fat back where it needs to be to help protect your feet and give you pain relief.
Okay, who's a good candidate for that?
Anyone that's got fat pad loss. I mean, there's some things where if you're a diabetic and there's, you're not super healthy, you maybe would caution a little bit on that. But for the most part, anybody can get that because there's really no really bad side effect associated with getting that.
Okay, that's good. What about recovery time though?
Yeah, recovery, we try to limit weight bearing on the area we just injected in order to keep the fat where it's supposed to. So usually what I'll do is if we put it in the ball of foot, I'll have them weight bear on their heel for 2 weeks and then gradually progress them back into regular shoes.
And I mean, why is this such a big deal for patients? I mean, it seems like, are they getting almost immediate relief?
They are actually, yeah. It's just like injecting a pillow up underneath their foot. So they're getting immediate relief, and we'll see, like with diabetics, we can put this up under ulcers and actually heal those ulcers from getting more padding and getting the pressure off the bottoms of their feet.
Wow. So if someone maybe has trouble walking barefoot, very painful, feels like that shock absorber, as you say, is worn down, sure, they should come see you.
Absolutely. Now, we wouldn't advise walking barefoot after we inject it, because
yes,
that might make it wear down once again. But yes, that's a very good reason to get it.
Okay. What else do you treat at Elite Foot and Ankle?
We treat everything. So if you've got any foot or ankle problems, from nail fungus up to an ankle fracture to nerve problems, I mean, we treat absolutely anything that's related to the foot and ankle.
Do you find that a lot of people have this fat pad loss but might not know what it is or understand that it's fairly common with age and maybe wait a long time to come see you?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a very common thing. We see a lot of elderly people in our practices, and they'll come in with heavy calluses, corns, and sores, and you can just feel the bottom of their foot, and you can just tell it's bone and skin. There's no fat layer in between.
Wow. Okay. So are some other good signs that you might have that. You mentioned corns, bunions, things like that.
Yep.
Calluses.
Yep.
God, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, if this sounds like you, if you might need some relief, how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can reach out to us. Our phone number is 503-668-5210, or they can check out our website at elitefaor.com.
Yes, 6 locations in the Portland metro area. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you.